we greet you and welcome you today with the prophetic word on today. I want to talk about something today, and I'm going to throw several things in with this particular topic today. But I want to talk about your future is in your mind. Your future is in your mind. You want to write that down, and you go get some tablet paper and give it to him. But I need everybody productive. I need everybody productive. I need everybody productive. I need your full attention. Your future is in your mind.
Amen.
And the way you view a thing determines how you're going to handle a thing. The way you view a thing determines, Sister Margot, how you're going to handle a thing, the way that you view it. Make sure that's set up, ready to go. What I told you, it's ready to go. Okay, good. Good thinking. Thinking along my lines. But if you don't have a vision for the seed, you don't have a vision for the harvest. Now let me say that. Tweet. If you don't have a vision for a seed, Brother Temple, you don't have a vision for the harvest. Are you following me? If you don't have a vision, amen, stands in the park but no one's looking at you, you don't have a vision for the big stage. If you don't have a vision to train, you don't have a vision to play the game. I just said something. Are you hearing me, Sister John? Everything you need is on the inside of you. Nothing in this world, Sister Joan, can measure you. Can measure you. Back in the day, they called it, Brother Wise, in my day, they called it size you up. Because, see, people like to size you up from where they think you came from. They like to size you up by your culture, size you up by your race, size you up by your height, size you up, you know what I'm talking about, Brother White, by your income. Everybody's trying to size somebody up, whether you black, white, blue, or green, size you up by your zip code. They can't get past that you're not the little boy that lived on the other side of the track. See, Brother Temple, a lot of people won't let you come into your own. Anytime you can stand up, it's okay, and move about, whatever you need to do, I'm with you. Okay. So I'm just letting you know that. Okay. You have that liberty. I know what's going on. But you follow what I'm saying. Everything, it's nothing in this world can measure you. It's nothing in this world, nothing in this earth realm can measure you because you already been measured.
Hello.
Well, how will you measure, prophet? You were measured according to Genesis 1:26. You were made into the image and the likeness of God.
Come on now.
So they make you a God player. That puts you ahead of the game. You follow what I'm saying? I'm not restricted to earthism. I know that ain't a word, but it's sure prophetic. Amen. I bet you know what I mean. People want to earthism you. They want to keep you natural. They want to keep you as a little girl or the little boy. No one want to let you break your shell. But let me tell you prophetically today, this year, you must remove yourself from the bottom. I just said something. Tweet. You must, principle number 1, you must remove yourself from the bottom. It is not God's responsibility to move you from the bottom. Is anybody hearing this truth? Yes. It's not God's responsibility to move you from the bottom. Because he's already given you delegated authority. He's already given you, come on now. Come on, do the run of his 28. It says God has already left a commandment with you. He's already given you a commandment. He's already told us what to do. He's already given you power of attorney. If I give you the keys, Brother Temple, to my home, why would you call me and tell me to let you in? Say. Now, I don't give you the keys before I leave. I want you to go home my house and have full access. And I'm sorry, if I give you the keys to my home and you only go to the living room, that's your fault. Amen. If you get to my house and start ringing the bell and you got the Are you following what I'm saying? See, nothing changes because you're pissed off. You're just pissed off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, nothing changes because you're pissed off. You can slam doors, throw stuff all over the room, cuss everybody out, and then when you get through cussing, you still ain't working with nothing. You just reveal your nature. You just reveal your nature. And I'm sorry. I mean, when you really become the nature of God, whatever you're the nature of, that's how you're going to operate. That's how you're going to flow in back. Whatever you're the nature of, it's going to bring that out of you. Does anybody hear what I'm saying? See, let me say this to you. There must be, principle number 2, there must be identity before activity. I just said that. There must be identity before activity. Are y'all hearing this here? Because I'm giving you something mighty today. You keep hanging around me, you're gonna learn how to treat small.
Amen.
You're gonna learn it. You're gonna realize that your baby is in the small.
Hello.
Come on here. A mother ought to have that principle real good.
See.
Being birthed, come on here, nursing a seed for so many months. But how she handled that seed determines how the outcome of that baby. How she handled the seed. But there must be identity, principle number 2, there must be identity before activity. Now where you going with that, prophet? Let me help you out. Let's take Jesus. God declared, this is my beloved son, who I am well pleased. Then activity started.
Hello.
Then he began his work. Then he began ministry. Identity. Identity is always first. Identity. Who are you? Identity.
Come on now.
And the nature of your identity will determine what you do in life. I just said something. Again, Brother Justin. And the nature of your identity. Identify yourself. Your identification is connected to access. Bro, you got access into something. Brother, you're able to get in or not determines identity. You ain't heard nothing. Y'all get me in the morning. Everybody, when they walk, you go on identity. Not money first, identity. You just can't go to the counter with money. Who are you? Identity. They don't just start paying you, identity. I'm going somewhere with this here. Your identity is everything. Identity. Identify yourself. There will always be identity before activity. Before you're able to move and flow, identify yourself. Well, first of all, so if I'm required identity, then I must know who I am.
Amen.
It's your responsibility to know who you are. Are we hearing this here? Without identity, without knowing who you are, you will not be able to grasp or step into all that God has for you. It starts with identity. When you know who you are, you know what you can have, and you know what you don't have to take.
Hello. Amen.
Amen.
You don't know, with identity, you know what you ain't got to put up with.
Amen.
With identity becomes territory. Territory is connected to identity. Are you following what I'm saying? Identity determines your health. Identity determines your wealth. Identity. What you connected to. Who you link to. Who you talk to. Are we hearing this here? I want you to hear it. I want you to hear it. Because words has power. I said words have power. See, when you have identity, you know who to connect to. when you have real identity. You know who to connect to and who not to connect to when you have identity.
That's right.
Are you following what I'm saying? You just can't group us because it look like the thing to do. You gotta see, identity always seeks power, not pleasure.
Hello.
Identity, true identity seeks power, not popularity. Identity wants to be in the powerful place, not the popular place. Because the powerful place could be at home by yourself, preparing your mind for the next move.
See.
But the popular place could be in the mix. I never want to be talking when I should be listening. I never want to be there when I should be there.
See.
Are y'all hearing this? Do you know God have took a moment out of time and assembled you? And if you don't know who you are, you will waste this moment.
Hello.
Do you know you will waste this moment if you don't know who you are? The season it can come up upon you, mother, and if you don't know who you are in God, you've wasted a season. Everything you need to be all upon you. And let me tell you something. See, wherever there's a season, there's people to connect with. Principle number 3. Wherever you have seasons, you have people to connect with. Are we hearing this here? And while we're on the people syndrome, on the people syndrome, let me go ahead and throw this at you. There are people that are sent, brother Sam. There are people that are sent in your life by God to help you, and there are people that are called to hate you. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that. There are people that are ordained and called to assist you, but there are people that are sent to your life to hinder you. They're on assignment. They are part. There's a certain amount of haters that you will not get rid of. There's a certain amount. You hear that? I see. You hear what I'm saying? There's people called. There are people that are called to your life to distract and hate you. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that. And you got to be anointed enough to not fall for their language and be distracted.
Amen.
You got to be anointed enough to stay on the wall and not come down.
Hello.
Nehemiah, come on, Sanballat and Tobiah. Sanballat and Tobiah were two people that was hindrance. Nehemiah was trying to build the wall, and while Nehemiah was trying to build the wall, they were down there small talking. While Nehemiah was up on the wall talking vision and talking provision, they were telling him, you don't have what it takes to build the wall for Jerusalem. You don't have what it takes. You too small of a man. You don't have the ingredients to do what it takes. You ain't got enough members. You ain't got enough players. It ain't about the play. The game don't start with the player. The game starts with the mind.
Hello.
You hear what I'm saying? Are you hearing this here? Say you got to ignore the gainsayers. You got to ignore. Now, I need you to follow that camera, man of God. You're going to take notes later. I'm so serious today. I need you anointed. I need you anointed to run that camera. See, one thing about the prophet, I'm consistent. I don't care what you say about me, I'm consistent. I don't care what you say about me. Well, I know how to handle small. That's why I get in big doors, because I know how to handle small. That's why God put me around certain people instantly. Instantly. Just left an audience with Cynthia Tyson just the other day. Yeah, Cynthia Tyson. And some others in that arena. Just decide to make a move and bam. See, when you know how to play it small, go on how to play your big. When you know how to play it small, God will play you big. He'll put you around giants, spiritual giants. I don't know about y'all, love to be around. I'm a connoisseur for wisdom. I'm hungry for wisdom. I ain't got to have the stage. I'm just hungry for wisdom. I'm hungry for knowledge. I'm hungry for understanding. Come on. I'm hungry for that spiritual wisdom. Wisdom and revelation. I'm hungry for it. Wisdom can save you a whole bunch of money and give you a whole bunch of money. Are y'all hearing this here? Amen. But you got people that are sent to hate you. Let me get back on that. You got people that are sent to hate you. See, the word of God says, a prophet's not honored in his home. No, he's not honored, but nowhere but he was sent in his home. He's not honored in his home. In other words, why? Because people are familiar. Familiar spirit. Jesus can do mighty work because they were familiar with it. That was Mary's boy. That was Joseph's boy. Oh, that's that dude down the street. That's that carpenter's son. See, people want to keep you earthbound where you can't move. Oh, you hear what I'm saying? See, you got to come after this with all your heart. With all your, you got to have a passion for this, man. This word got to be your life. It's got to become your lifeline. Because see, your identity come about the word.
Come on now.
And so when you don't value the word, you don't value yourself. Are you hearing what I'm saying? What I tell you about you got to give yourself permission to remove yourself from the bottom of life. You got to have a vision to get up.
Come on now.
You got to have a vision to begin again.
Say, all right.
Your failure cannot become part of your resume. Your failure cannot become part of your bio. Who am I talking to? You can't incorporate that.
Amen.
I was doing a study this morning, looking at something this morning. It said 80% of people will never become rich. 80%. So you tell me this big old world only 20%. Do you see who measures that? Do you see how man measure what man think of society? I'm fresh. I was in my office about 4-something this morning, 4:35, somewhere along in there, and I was just doing a study, and I looked at it. It says text show that only 80% of the population will be wealthy, and everybody else, 80% will be basically poverty. They'll never achieve. Because the system is not designed to let you up. That's why you got to get up. It's not designed. That's why you can't play small in your thinking. You got to get up.
Amen.
Because you see how society thinking about you. They want to keep you working your butt and having less. You hear me, priest?
That's right.
That's why the games you playing, you got to get behind the game. You got to make the game, son. I encourage you to keep going. Don't you stop. Don't you stop. I encourage you. You don't want to stop. You don't want to stop till you can bless others. You don't want to stop till you, when somebody say, let's pray, say, I am the prayer. I am the answer.
Come on now.
The kingdom of God is upon you. That's when you're rich in your spirit. When you go, I don't need to intercede for you.
Come on.
Be not healed in Jesus' name.
Hey!
What do you have to pay off your house?
Yes.
Be not healed. When you get rich in your spirit.
Glory.
When you get this word in your spirit. When you get this word down in your spirit. And you become enough. You become a world changer. You become a game changer.
Jesus. Hallelujah.
You try to run to the big stage and God trying to get to the building stage. Nehemiah wasn't trying to climb up on nobody else's wall. He built his own wall.
Hello.
And they hated him.
Come on now.
Come on, Sanballat, Tobiah. They hated him. But you know what? I like Nehemiah. I like Nehemiah. Come on, cameraman. I like Nehemiah. He looked down at Sanballat and Tobiah and said, you ain't got no big passion. You better get the hell up out of here. Because I ain't coming down there. My language is up here and my language is not down there. And and I'm building a wall. I'm building a wall.
Say.
I'm building a wall.
Amen.
Come on, see, you got to build something that either people go get away from. You got to build something where the enemy can't climb to. They never climbed up on the wall and talk, no. They talk from the bottom because he had removed himself from the bottom. So they don't respond from the bottom.
Come on now.
Keep building.
Hallelujah.
Keep building. When all the stuff to get you.
Yeah.
When they tell you you failed your drug test, keep building.
Say.
Do you know God will create situations in your life to make you wealthy?
Amen.
You ain't really nothing I said. What you call a doubt, the devil could be an opportunity.
Say.
Rejection. See, the blessing is sometimes hid in rejection. The promotion sometimes can be hid in rejection. Can I help you out? All great men in the Bible were rejected.
Come on now. That's right.
Let it work there for me.
Yeah.
I'm sure God working for you good. David, that would have been where it was had Saul rejected him. It was through rejection that his name got known. It was through being an outcast that his name got known.
Say.
Sometimes it looks like you're in the popular place, but no, don't seek the popular place, friend. Get in the powerful place. Sometimes the powerful place don't look crowded, don't look like nobody, but God knows everybody. God knows how to get you where you need to be, when you need to be, when you need to be there. Tweet, tweet. You hear what I'm saying, son? You just keep building. You ain't got to answer the game, say. Come on, you're going to have haters. That's their job to hate on you.
Amen.
Hate me, I pray for you. But I ain't got to submit to you. I ain't got to let what you're talking about become part of my Bible. But hate me. Hate me if you want to, because I still know who I am.
Yes.
It don't change my assignment because you hate me. You keep talking your talk, I'm going to keep talking my talk. You keep talking your trash, I'm going to prophesy. I'm going to prophesy. I'm going to call those things that be not as though they were. Is anybody hearing this to me?
Yes.
See, if I can ever get this mind in you, and you'll get better than that other mind, you're going to prosper. You hear that? I see.
Amen.
This word is like an IV. Anybody have an IV in your home? Some of y'all spiritually dehydrated.
Say.
And God trying to plug you into life. Trying to plug you in. Give you an IV. Get enough fluids in you. Enough fluids, enough influence in you. So that word will give you influence. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes,
It'll make you remove yourself from the bottom.
Hello.
You hear that I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying? You where you are because you where you are. I just said something. You where you are because ain't the devil.
Say.
See, we don't want to fight. It ain't the devil. I'm telling you, get out and don't stop. You hear that nonsense? You become the devil when you stop. When you stop visualizing things. When you stop moving your mind forward. When you move yourself from a conquering mind. But you hear what I'm saying? Ain't the season to quit. It's not the season to give up. If you go here in this season, you better hear a word like this. You better hear a word that tells you to get up. Come on, Leopards. Why? See, you tell me in Revelation, when you ask yourself a question, why sit ye here? Why sit ye there? Why sit ye here? Why sit ye here? Why sit ye here? Why sit in this situation? Come on, four Leopards. They said, why sit ye here until we die?
Say.
There's a famine in Samaria. There's a famine will be out here. There's a famine on the inside. We go back. There's a famine. If we stay here, there's a famine. But if we get up, if we remove ourselves from this place, you hearing this? See, you waiting for somebody to let you in. Ain't nobody going in. I remember years ago, my wife was with me. I got a prophecy over 30 years ago. Remember, honey? Over 30 years ago. A white guy, good friend of mine, Howard Richardson. He said, man of God, prophet, no one's going to let you in. No one's going to let you in. You know Howard. You have to take it. And I've been taking it over 35 years. And people look at me and wonder, how do you get that? I'm wondering why you're amazed. I'm wondering why you thought I couldn't get here.
Say.
See, people count your sources by numbers. People count your worth. See, that's that measure again. They want to measure you by what they see, exterior.
Come on, man.
What makes a value of a man is what's on the inside of him.
All right.
He can be on a bicycle full of wisdom.
Come on now.
Yes, Lord.
See, you can be in the neighborhood, but don't have to be a part of the neighborhood.
Say.
Right.
You can be in the right zip code, but don't have the right mind in the zip code. So it's just like you ain't connected.
Say.
You got laundry on the line in $1 million territory.
Say.
You're hanging your clothes on the line in $1 million territory. You heard nothing I see.
All right, now.
You got clothespins and clothesline. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Don't play like you don't know. The clothespin. You got sheets blowing in $1 million territory.
Say.
You outside with a basket putting, come on, don't play with me. If you don't know, your mama know. If you don't know, I bet your mama know what I'm saying.
Hello.
And y'all out there, if you don't know, your mama know. Bookie, go ask your mama what I'm talking about, Bookie. Bookie out there, go ask your mama. She know, but she might put sheets on the line. Go out there and get them sheets off the line. And don't be playing them.
Say.
Come on, your mama, you know what I'm talking about. See, a lot of times people want to measure you by your culture. They want to keep you connected to your, they don't want to let you out of your culture. They don't want to let you out of your zip code. They don't want to, but you got to remove yourself.
Say.
Come on, woman. Come on, man, at the pool of Bethesda. 38 years, his blessing was before him. 38 years, what he needed. All he needed to do was take a step. All he needed, but he got paralyzed through sight. He got paralyzed through feelings. He got codependent on earthly stuff. That he couldn't make the prophetic move. How about, what if all you need is right? All you need to do is take one more step. One more step. What if all you need to do is take one more, okay, young, old, one more step to that education, one more step to that healing, one more step to that peace, one more step to that financial breakthrough, one more step to that real estate, one more step to your career blowing over the end, one more step, one more push. One more step. Are you hearing me? 38 years, the Bible said that the waters were stirred. And it said, whosoever will, listen, whosoever will, that stepped in first would be healed, made whole. Healed means nothing missing, nothing broken. Spiritually, physically, mentally, financially. Whoever stepped in, it just said whether it was black, blue, white, it just said what zip code they was, it said that whoever stepped in.
Come on now.
And the word said for 38 years a man laid there and found the water, which was Jesus, came to him and said, will you be made whole?
Come on now.
And the first thing the man said, he gave an excuse. He said, I have no man. He didn't ask you that. He said, I have no man. He was measuring himself by that was earthly.
Come on now.
He didn't have a mind for the future. All his mind was for his situation. All he could see is that I'm crippled. All he could see is that I'm paralyzed. And you would think somebody in 38 years, if you couldn't step in, you would roll in.
Hello.
You think you just start tumbling until you get in the water and start twirling.
Say.
Or you take an inch, come on, a month, something. You see what I'm saying? But you're going to sit there 38 years with the blessing. Okay, everybody get blessed. You talking about I don't have no man. Here's the deal. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? Who you waiting on? See, you can't wait for somebody to say you're great. You got that's your job.
Say.
Ain't nobody gonna walk up and say you're great, because there won't be no confirmation if you ain't saying it.
Say.
You gotta say it first, so when someone says it's confirmation. You don't want to go tell the world you're great. Oh, I am? Really?
Say.
Are you following what I'm saying? You gotta know who you are. So he said, will you be made whole? Said, I have no man. I have no man. I have no flesh to put me in this mood. Jesus got tired of fooling with it. Said, man, take up your bed walk.
Hello.
Take up your excuse.
Say.
Remove your, take up where you've been laying. Remove the place where you're comfortable. See, and you'll never have a new beginning till God move you from the place where you're comfortable at.
Come on now.
You ain't hear nothing I say. Are you hearing what I'm saying? See, everybody got a place you're comfortable at. You got an area of life that you're comfortable in, that you don't want to take another step. And you want to say, well, because I'm black, because I'm white, because I'm Chinese, because my mother was this, or because I did that, or because I did this. Because I was raped as a child. Because I was a whore as a child. Because I was a homosexual as a child. Because I'm this. Because I'm that. Because the person I married was actually married to somebody else. And then I broke them up. And so now I'm married to them. See, all of that, you got to shoot all that under the blood. If it's done, shoot it under the blood. I'm talking real stuff now.
Yes.
Girl, is that they legally married, but she was the girlfriend when he was married to somebody else. You ain't hear nothing I said. Good. I know, yeah, they're on TV now. Yeah, but you know, she was dating him when he was married to the, see, you got all that. Yeah. See, you ain't got time to get all that guilt and craziness. Get on you. You got to find some blood and get that under the blood. Amen. You ain't hear nothing I said. I'm trying to help you now. See, because sometimes we are our own worst enemy because we walk in condemnation. And can I say some prophets? Sometimes people not going to let you go. People not going to forgive you. Right. See, I just give it 100. And then you got people walking around because, yeah, you may have done that. That may have been something you done or doing. But you know one thing about it, mother, when you come before God, God sees nothing but Jesus. You hear what I say? I said, when you come before God, God don't see you, he see Jesus. When you come talking that nonsense, well, you know, when I did steal, yeah, I was a homosexual, yeah, I did do that, yeah, I went through some molestation, yeah, I went to jail and all this here. God, he see Jesus. The whole time while you praying, he don't see you. He don't see your flesh. He see Jesus. He see the blood. He see the blood of Jesus. He see Jesus. He don't see you. He don't see you being an alcoholic. He don't see you being a dope head. He see Jesus. He don't see you being a homosexual. He don't see you being perverted. He see Jesus. You know, see, we don't want to go there. Because see, we got certain people that want certain people to be saved. It's only certain sins can be forgiven. But they teach certain sins now. Now, any kind of sexual sins, come on now, if you done been a whore, if you done been a prostitute, homosexual, child molester, or whatever molester you done been, you know, then you ain't no good to the kingdom no more. You gone, you out of it. Baby, do you know how wide that cross was? Do you understand what happened on the cross? Do you really understand when you begin to understand the blood of Jesus? When you begin to understand the cross, when you begin to understand the purpose, why he died, he took your place. Come on here. We were the ones that were guilty. Do you realize when you get the revelation of the cross, you get the revelation of resurrection. But you can't get resurrection understanding till you get crucifixion understanding. That's being crucified. And if anything being crucified, it's risen. Come on. A new day.
That's right.
Are y'all hearing this?
Yes, sorry.
Y'all hearing this?
Yes.
Don't stop at foolishness. Don't stop at what man wants to be your bio. What man wants to be. Come on. Don't stop at point. I told you to what religion are you? I'm not there. You're trying to find out where I stopped at. Because religion will stop you.
Hello.
I'm Catholic. I'm Baptist. I'm this. I'm that. Ain't none of that. I'm a spirit-filled believer. Whatever God says. Come on here. It's about relationship. It ain't about your nickname.
Ooh, Jesus.
I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. It means nothing.
Nothing.
See, when you begin to understand who you are in God and what Jesus Christ did for you, you're going to start walking in the authority of this word. You're going to start thinking different. And you ain't going to take no for an answer. And you're going to stop treating the assembly of God like a nightclub or like a club membership. This is an empowerment center. Listen, this is where you're supposed to reprogram your mind.
Hello.
See, if I can just get y'all to relearn some things. Just well, let me get you to unlearn some things first. Unlearn those things that ain't working.
Say.
Stop trying to live off things that ain't prospering you. You hear that? That's it.
Come on now.
Stop trying to live off things that's not prospering. Won't we start hearing God for real so we can be in the place of God when we need to be in the place of God?
Say.
Some people can't wait to get back to their foolishness. They can't wait to get back to something that ain't working. We put all our energy in stuff that ain't working, stuff that won't even prosper. Are we hearing this here? Are we hearing this here?
Yes, sir.
We hear everything saying, but we can't hear nothing God say.
That's right.
Every say you broke, you say I'm broke. Every say you can't give, you say I can't give. Every say it's too high. Come on, so you don't buy it because of the price tag. Well, obviously it wasn't your desire.
Say.
If the price tag can keep you from your desire, you didn't have a desire. You're a nightmare.
Say.
I mean, come on here. How's the price tag gonna be higher than your desire? You hear nothing I say? Is anybody hear what I'm saying? And then you know people base their faith off of what they can afford, and they call it faith. That ain't faith.
Come on now.
You heard nothing I say. Let me say that again. I ain't confused. We start believing where our income is. When you go look for the house, you go look for the one that your income can pay for. Probably heard me say that the other day. Well then, okay. So, now you believe in God for the house and your income to pay for it.
Come on now.
Because your income may put you on Section 8.
Say.
Right. Well, you know what? You ain't supposed to live above your means.
See.
Who said? What's your means? They're talking about your means. Whatever that is. My means is Jesus Christ and crucified and resurrected. That's what I mean.
Yes.
That's what I mean.
Come on now.
My means is I'm the head and not the tail. Come on, not blessed come in, blessed come out. That's what I mean.
That's what I mean. Come on now.
If any man be in Christ, he's a new creature. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You ain't heard nothing I just said. You ain't heard nothing I just said. I can have what I say. All those things that be not as though they were. I'm going to rattle your cage. I'm going to keep your safety cover. Well, almost don't make me say nothing.
Say.
You finna get your bottom off the bottom and get on the top.
Yeah.
You weren't made to be on the bottom.
Come on now.
Right.
You hear what y'all hear what I'm saying?
Yes.
But you hear what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed. Lord Jesus.
It's to walk somebody up in your life. It's kind of conversation to walk somebody up in your presence.
Say.
Nothing I see. Ain't nothing in the earth broke but a broke mind.
Come on now.
Ha! Principle number 4. Ain't nothing in the earth broke but a broke mind.
See.
Heal your gold mind with truth.
See.
Heal your gold mind with truth. If you think broke, son, you always be broke.
Everything else in me.
If you think broke.
Jesus.
You hear nothing I say. I was watching Magic Johnson. This morning was a rerun. I was watching Magic Johnson, and he was on Steve Harvey's show. And you know, he got the magic theaters all across the country. And so this man that was like a loser on drugs and different stuff, and one thing led to another, and his mother got tired. He never would go look for a job, so his mother went and applied for a job. True story. Mother went and applied at one of Magic Johnson's theaters. And they called him, and he got hired. He started as a ticket agent. Didn't want to be where he was, but knew he was something more. Started as a ticket agent, then he went from a ticket agent, and then they put him in the film room.
Come on now.
Then he went, and then all of a sudden he met Magic Johnson's sister's wife's sister. And she promoted him And he became part of the film crew. Started from the bottom up.
Hey.
I said he started from the bottom up.
Yeah.
I said he started from the bottom up.
Yeah. Come on.
Hey, it is something started from the bottom up. I think it's a rap song. Started from the bottom up. I should have my jeans on today. I can get loose with it. Started from the bottom up. You hear that? Oh, y'all hear what I said? He started from the bottom up.
Say.
Started from the bottom up. And so they had Magic Johnson on the show this morning. And so Steve Harvey said, we got a surprise for you. See, you never know the situation God put you in to bless somebody else. God put Magic Johnson in a situation where he became creative.
That's right.
And he began to create all these things, not knowing that one day a young man that was giving up on life, he said, man, I'm just about drugs. And so the man, watch this here. And so now the man is one of the producers of Steve Harvey's show. And Magic Johnson was on Steve Harvey's show. And so Steve Harvey said, I got a surprise for you. What you did helped the man that's working for me now. And the producer came up of the show and said, it was through your theater that I started, that landed me where I am today.
Hallelujah.
Started from the bottom up.
Say. Yeah.
I can recognize. But hear what I'm saying. You hear what I'm saying? See, you can't let your yesterday be your death.
Come on now.
You gotta let your yesterday be your new beginning. In your rejection is your promotion. In your downfall is your coming up.
Come on now.
You ain't heard nothing I just said. You ain't heard nothing I just said. Is anybody hearing me?
Yes.
I demand you as a prophet to come from the bottom. Remove yourself from the bottom.
Come on.
Yes.
I command you to grow. I command you to come into your God self.
Hallelujah.
I command you to be, I put a demand on your life to be all that God made you to be. I command you.
Thank you, Jesus.
See, you get trapped in that culture that tells you you can't do nothing. Mama didn't do nothing. You black. You too black to be great. You too big to be great. You too dumb to be great. You too small. Nobody knows. You ain't got the funding to do what you need to do. You ain't got the funding to start a studio. I was watching one of my spiritual sons the other day, Corey, little boy, little boy. He's part of MegaFest. He's teaching hundreds of them how to dance.
See,
I thought about you. He had a class, he had a session where he's the teacher. Boy, he said, I prophesied over him. I prophesied over him. I remember, come here, son. Come here. See, I'm known to get them heads. I get them heads. See, I get them heads, I rub that head. I get them heads when they're young, rub it. I'm a head rubber. Rub some sense in your head. Come here, priest. That's my grandson. He's bigger than me. He's bigger than me. I get that head. He comes, I get that head. Hit him on that forehead. You're great. Don't sit down. You're great. So I'm known to get that head, rub that head. Rub some wisdom in that head.
Yes, sir.
See, kids don't know what you're doing. See, if I get a hold to your head, nobody else won't get a hold to it.
How about that?
If I get a hold to it, it'll be $1 billion mine.
How about that?
$1
Hallelujah.
Y'all get this here.
Yeah.
What's topic, Mr. Son?
Your future begins in your mind.
Your future begins in your mind. Your future begins in your mind. You control that. I said your future begins in your mind. How you perceive a thing. I said how you perceive a thing. See, watch this here. Whenever God asks you a question, get ready for a lesson.
Hello.
Tweet. Principle number 5. Whenever God asks you you a person, get ready for a lesson. That means he's about to teach you something.
Come on now.
Are y'all hearing this here? Next Sunday, y'all get married. You don't clap for him. Going down. It's going down. It's going down.
Yes.
I thought I just plugged.
Amen.
Are y'all getting this?
Yes.
The rest of your life look like you see it now.
Come on now.
I said the rest of your life look like you see it now. How you looking? Tell me how you gonna live too. How you looking? Is anybody hearing this? You gotta hear what I'm saying. They playing with this stuff. They playing with this stuff. This stuff real.
Yes, it is.
Do you know God let you house the very stuff in your spirit that He created the world with?
Come on now.
And you struggling about, you talking about a car, you ain't got a house, a car, what's wrong? Something ain't right. You come on here. Maybe you need to ask for 7 more. Maybe you ain't asked Him for enough.
Yeah.
You ain't heard nothing else. Maybe if you come off the pad, you start receiving. Because God never asked you to achieve anything. He asked you to receive.
Hey.
He asked you to receive.
See.
Are y'all getting this here? Well, this is some good stuff. I'm about to plant me a seed myself in myself. About to write a check out to me. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? You know, man, you know ain't no limits.
No.
Open world. Free mind. Come on here. You got to get unstuck from stupid.
Come on now.
See, you keep thinking the only way you can live is the way you live. Uh-oh. You keep thinking the only way you can live is the way you live.
See?
Let me say that again. I'm ready to see. You keep thinking the only way you can live is the way you live. And so you don't do no more, you don't think no more, because you condition yourself to now. You condition yourself to your situation. You done married not enough.
Come on now.
Right.
You done married limitation. You done married hardship. Because my culture don't do it. Because nobody in my family did it. And Booker ain't gonna never think you great enough. So I don't know why you want Booker's opinion.
Say.
Bubba Head ain't gonna never tell you you're great. Yeah, you got a Bubba Head and a Booker and all them in your family. You got all them other crazy guys. You know what I'm talking about?
See?
Don't want you to do nothing. Want to hold you to your past. Ain't nothing in your past but your past.
See?
So once you pass it up and move on. Because ain't nothing in your past but your past. So pass it up and move on. Tweet, tweet. Ain't nothing in your past but your past, so once you pass it up and move on.
Come on now.
Once you tell your past, I don't want none, I don't have none, I don't want no more.
Amen.
Tell your past, I'm sick of you, I'm through with you. I'm through with you. Are y'all hearing this here?
Come on now.
Remember what I told you earlier? Identity before activity. Once you know who you are, you're gonna get moving. You're gonna begin to get to do some stuff. You right? Great people do great things.
Yes, they
You
do.
right, Prophet. Great things. Great people do great. Great minds think great.
Yes, they do.
Come on here. Don't be afraid of your haters. Jesus picked one.
Hello,
You need to know who your haters are. At least know them. Know who your haters are. Jesus picked one to walk with him. Judas, son of perdition, picked him. A dang hater, a dang snake, a dang bite. So I don't backbite so I can hardly see.
Say.
I don't bite you. I won't bite you in the back, but I'll bite your head off. You get in front of me though. But your foolishness.
Out your past somehow.
Is anybody here? Are y'all hearing this?
Yeah.
How bad do you want what God got for you? How long you gonna keep living at the zero factor when God done ordained you to be at the hero factor?
Come on now. now.
How long are you going to keep settling for without? Settling for nothing? How long are you going to keep playing it small? Are you hearing this?
Amen.
You hold it all in your mind. I said it's all in your mind. Someone says it's all in my mind.
It's all in my mind.
You get to blow your own mind with a different thought.
That's right. Let it be clean with the word. Watch.
You see, cleansed by the word.
Cleansed by the word.
Are y'all hearing this here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Them that know they God should be great explosives.
Say,
Oh, that's what he said.
amen.
See, remember I told you, I said now identity. When you identify who you are, you know who you're supposed to be around.
Say,
You heard nothing I said. I said when you know who you are, you'll know who to connect to. When you know who you are.
That's right.
But see, you'll place yourself anywhere when you don't know who you are.
That's right.
You'll be around a taker. You'll be around somebody hit the day in your life. You'll marry somebody you're supposed to marry when you don't know who you are. But when you know who you are,
Yes.
if I'm connected to somebody gonna take me up. I don't need nobody gonna drag me down. I don't need nobody gonna bring the worst out of me. You're not that lonely to hook up with somebody who'll bring the worst out of you.
Yeah.
say,
Yes, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
You heard nothing I said? You know, I don't make all family reunions. Because I don't want to unionize over that foolishness.
say,
If it ain't got my conscience, where I'm going, what I'm going for what? I ain't see you just like your mama. I'm used to tell my like my mama, you a lie, I don't look like her. My daddy, you ain't hear nothing I said. That's foolishness. That's foolish. You lying. You lying, you ain't working 4 years. Tell me you work at General Motors. You don't work there. You're unemployed. Come sit on some of my service and get a word so you can grow in the Lord and get a job.
say,
Stop lying. See, you waste a lot of time. You hear nothing I say. You hear nothing I say. Y'all getting any of this? Now let this just get in your spirit. Don't kick it. Just let it get in. Let it work itself.
amen.
That word like laxity, it work on your digestive system. Make get a spiritual boot, a bowel movement.
Come on.
All that stuff you don't need in you. It'll detox you. That truth will detox them lies out of you.
Yes, it
That
will.
false living. And flush you out.
Say,
What you call it? You know what they call it? Is that what it is? They don't say that no more? Well, I just said it. Detox the word? That's the old word.
No, it's the old word.
I was going to say that's the old word. Well, whatever you can relate to.
Wash it out. That's all.
You know, whatever you can relate to. Anyway, get rid of it.
say,
Don't leave it in there. That's all I'm trying to say. Because it'll kill you. See, anything that just sit there a long time is good. If your food, you can eat the best food in the world you want, but if it don't pass through, you got a problem.
That's right.
say,
You talk, I eat out here, but when the last time you removed it?
hello. Say,
When the last time you been flushed out? See, you need a moving word. Because God's a moving God.
Yeah.
Man shall live by bread alone, but every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. Every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God.
come on now.
And you know that word will transform you into whatever you need to be. You heard nothing I said. Y'all don't read John 1. It said, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. And then it goes on to say that the Word was made flesh. You know the Word is still, every time you get the Word and get the revelation of the Word, it becomes flesh in your life.
Hello.
It becomes applicable in your life.
Say,
It becomes applicable in your life. Every time you get a revelation of truth, it becomes manifested in your life. Now it's not nothing that you just heard, it's something you live in.
come on now.
It ain't nothing just read the Bible. Look, don't try to live off all 66 books. Just get you a scripture. Start somewhere.
That's right.
Let one of them work for you.
Say,
Come on, how about Mark 11? Somebody go to Mark 11. Let me go to Mark 11 in 23 and 24. Let's look at that right quick. This hang right here, because I'm about to bless you.
Amen.
I said, this hang right here. This hang right here. Don't you go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Amen.
Same prophetic channel, same prophetic station. Are y'all hearing this truth? Mark 11 and verse, 1 second here. Y'all hear this? Everybody hear this? Let me read it. Mark 11, and did I read this? I think I read this the other night. I read it pretty all night. Okay, Mark 11 and what? 20, what I say? 24? 23? Okay, let's start with 22. Let's start with 20. It says, and in the morning as they passed by, they saw a fig tree withered from the roots. Peter, calling to remembrance, said to him, Rabbi, the fig tree which you cursed has withered away, as if he was blown away. See, God's word has power. Now, study shows that for a fig tree to wither, it takes 1 year. This one withered away overnight on a prophetic word. You hear that now? See, you get this tomorrow.
Amen.
See, if you don't believe in your words, ain't nothing gonna happen. You're gonna always be on delay. Because you have no, you say stuff that people like me, and he said, okay. You act like I just read The Cat in the Hat. Y'all know about The Cat in the Hat.
Yes.
And like this a science fiction book. No, he said that he spoke the word, and when he spoke the word, something happened.
Yes.
And that's the kind of attitude that you got to approach life with when I speak.
Yes.
Well, you're hearing that, not saying it. Now, I'm going to show you something, how much God loves you and trusts you. I'm going to read you to what it, I want you to listen to what this word is saying here. Because see, we putting everything on Jesus. Everything on God. And we ain't taking no responsibility for nothing.
Thank you.
And so you sitting up waiting, and you was having prayer meeting after prayer meeting, and ain't getting no breakthrough. Full of tongues and spit. Just full of tongues and spit. I don't know about you, but I remember back when I first got saved by the mother's war, they bring you down front. They bring you down front, all of these mix. And you was going to get the Holy Spirit, you were going to get knocked out. One way or the other, you were going down.
Yeah.
You were going down. Because one be saying, hold on, one be saying, let go. One be saying, hold on, let go. And I'm like, Lord, if y'all hold it, y'all let go. I know which one to do. Hold on, let go. Hold on, let go. Mother, you know what I'm talking about. You know about all that. You know what I'm talking about. You know the mother come around there, and this is you. And all I be saying, you in a circle. I'm a young man. I got practicals in my pocket in church. But I'm going to smoke me a cigarette. I came up into a fatty company before I walked. I'm just keeping it 100. Man, and I couldn't go nowhere. I walk in church. I got my cool, just got to smoke the cool cigarette. I'm falling some legs off in there. And when I fall them legs, the prophet said, hey, you keep coming. You keep coming. Keep coming. You keep coming. You see, you're anointed by God, and God just blew my situation.
Jesus.
God set you up.
Yes, he will.
God set you up. He messed up your stuff. He changed your situation. Come on here.
You ready for me?
Come on here. You ready for the real deal? See, I'm in the chasing that out. You hear nothing I see. Well, Esther was waiting over there. Well, Esther was waiting. You hear nothing I said. Let me get back here. I don't know how I got on that. How I get on that? How I get on that? Anthony, how I get on that? You start talking about business or something? But why how I get on that? You said something on this? You asked me a question or something? You want to get married? Anyway, okay. Watch this here. Y'all been playing. I'm trying to preach. Y'all play too much. And in the morning, as they passed by, they saw the fig tree wither from the roots. Peter, calling to remember, said to him, Rabbi, look, the fig tree which you cursed which you curse is withered away. Jesus answered them, have faith in God. Have faith in God, or have the faith of God, or have the God kind of faith, or faith like God. Are you hearing that? In other words, when you operate from this kind of faith, mother, your consciousness is not in there. You're not conscious of your limitation. You're not conscious of being a human. Because I'm going to accomplish this by His strength. Are you hearing Brother Joe? That means I ain't looking at the paycheck. I ain't looking at what culture I come from, where I'm at right now. I can get a one rib, I can be on the floor right now. You hear that? I said, something out there. I slept in cars and everything. I didn't change clothes on the street lights. I didn't went in gas stations and did the necessities. In Christ. I ain't talking as a sinner, I'm talking in Christ.
Amen.
You hear that? I see. But those were my reference points. Those was my transformation stations.
Amen.
I was transforming in those stations. See, every time you leave an event, your faith should be at another level. You hear that? I just said. Every time you go through something, it requires, Brother Ryan, your faith to be at another level. If you tell me your faith is still what it was from the last trial, well, you missed the lesson in the trial. You were so busy trying to come out, you didn't learn nothing. So now a lesson not learned is a lesson repeated. So now you got to go around that mountain again, because all you did was came out, but you didn't learn nothing. You went to school, but you didn't get no diploma. Something wrong with you? Okay. All right, thank you, honey, for having those kind of eyes. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Amen. You ever let somebody know their clothes messed up and you didn't say nothing, just looking at them?
You're in a relationship.
Listen to this here. It says, have faith in God, for truly I say to you, whosoever says, it says whosoever says, it didn't say Jesus was going to say, it said whosoever says. You ain't hearing none of that, just say it. So this ain't for lazy folk who want Jesus to do everything. And he didn't ask me, what more you want him to do? Hello. You lazy rascal, you? He ain't finna die for you again. Jesus said, shut up, leave him alone. Listen to this here. Are y'all listening to this here? What do you think about that, Anthony? Keep bothering Jesus. That's worse. I bet you say, ooh, is it you again? Golly. When you gonna grow up?
Hello.
You ain't hear nothing, just say it. See, we don't hear this kind of teaching because we want Jesus to do it. I'm waiting on the Lord. Now you that deep. Now all of a sudden you waiting on the Lord. You waiting. Stop. Quit. Because your people got it with you. I'm just waiting on the Lord. Because it's just waiting on Jesus. You got 4 kids with no air conditioning. You waiting on Jesus. He done said something if he didn't send up his heart.
Come on now.
You ain't nothing I say. Are y'all getting this here? You don't have a job. What you mean you waiting on Jesus? Do anybody know that you're unemployed but you? Have you went and applied for any place? How you gonna tell me they don't pay enough and you got 0 coming in?
Hello.
I don't even understand that. I just don't tell they don't pay enough. You just asked me for some money. Okay, I'll make that more good looking for you. I'm not giving you no more money. So that what they're going to offer you will look real good when I pull up out the picture.
Say.
I remember one time a gentleman, I was letting a gentleman stay with me. And it was back in the 80s. I was a young man and working at General Names for the government. And so he had an appointment. And so I asked him, did he go for an appointment? He says, no, I didn't go. I forgot. I said, how did you forget you was broke? I mean, how did you forget you didn't have no money? This is a true story. How did you forget? Well, you know what you're from? Forget that. I told you you could stay.
Stay.
You ain't hear nothing. See, it's time for the physician to heal yourself. Are y'all hearing this here?
Amen.
Listen. I want you to hear this. Listen, have faith in God, for truly I say to you, whosoever shall say to this mountain, whosoever shall say shall say to this mountain, to this situation, to this problem, who, don't matter what color you are, how old you are, whosoever shall say. But said it, brother Wise, with the God kind of faith.
Come on now.
Are y'all hearing this? Your words are powerful.
Amen.
So we don't believe it. If wrong words wasn't having to piss you off, then what kind of God words can inspire you? Because people sure say, he made me mad, she made me mad. Okay, get over it.
Hello.
Now let God make you happy, and you get up and do something different. Have faith in God, for truly I say to you, whosoever shall says to this mountain, be removed, be removed, be removed, and be thrown into the sea, and shall not doubt in his spirit,
Come on now.
shall not doubt in his spirit. You see, you don't believe with your head, you believe with your spirit. Let me say it again. You don't believe with your head. Say, I don't believe with my head. I believe with my spirit.
I believe with my spirit.
Your head don't tell your spirit what to do. Your spirit tells your head what to do.
Amen.
See, take joy.
Your mind don't run nothing. It gets all its information from what's spiritual. Listen to this here. For I have faith in God, for truly I say to you, whosoever shall say to this mountain, be thou removed, and be thrown into the sea, and does not doubt in his heart, but believe that what he said, but believe that what he says, that believe. Do you believe what you say?
Amen.
Or do you even know what you say?
Thank you.
Do you believe what you say, or you saying anything? Are y'all hearing this here?
Amen.
Now, I dare you to pay attention to this here, because this is going to do something for you. Are you hearing me, priest? Are you hearing me, young man? Y'all getting this here? This is some good stuff here. Listen to this here. Have faith in God, for truly I say to you, whosoever shall say to this mountain, be removed and thrown into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but believe that what he says will come to pass, he will have whatever he says. He will have whatever he said. Now, when that becomes a revelation and not nothing that you just hear up in church,
Come on.
when that becomes a revelation, when you begin to start believing from that point, when you watch this, he even say pray about it. He ain't talking about prayer here. He's talking about talking.
See,
He's talking about speaking.
yeah.
He's talking about speaking. He's talking about prophesying. Is anybody hearing this here? He ain't talking about prayer here. He's talking about speaking.
Come on
He's
now.
talking about prophesying. He's talking about speaking. He ain't talking about talking to him. He's talking about talking to them. Them and them and them. You know them? They. You know, all of that. If you can get up and shake yourself, just shake yourself. You know, if you was at work, you wouldn't be probably even be at lunch right now. You probably be sitting there wanting to go home and you can't.
Exactly.
You really could if you wanted to. But you just accustomed to feel like if you don't have this job, that's all it is. And I advise you, if you ain't got no plan, to stay there and be happy until you come up with a revelation.
Hello.
Because your next move is an idea. Your next move is in your mind. You didn't have the job you got a mind to go get it. You know one enough when you took it. There was something like, hey, don't know when you do that. They told you how much that job paid. Why you sit there and fill out that application? You went through an interview and all, you sent all kind of documents, and now you complain about the pay. You knew what they paid. So whose fault is that?
That's right.
Is anybody hearing this here? Now you want to raise, but you're late all the time. But you want to raise. You sick when you're not sick? You can't say your tooth hurt. You said that last Tuesday. See, it's crazy stuff. You done forgot what you didn't say. You bring a dinner excuse in, but you said you was going to the doctor.
Come on now.
So which one did you do? You heard nothing. I said these real scenarios. Listen. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Y'all shut up for a minute. Shake yourself. Now sit down. So I'm gonna get the rest of this now.
I'm gonna get the rest of this now.
Wake yourself up, wake yourself up, wake yourself up. If your income and where it need to be, why you sleep? Come on down, why you sleep? That's why your money sleep.
That's right.
It's in the fact that you done that nod and you broke. That ought to give you a nightmare that you broke. That ought to scare the hell out of you that you broke while you sleep. Sit up nodding in church snowing and you broke. Talking about nothing, you better wake up. Get up out of here, one. I mean, come on now, come on now, come on now. See, I'm ordained to get you. As a prophet, I'm ordained to move you from the way you were when I met you.
Yes. Amen.
You ain't heard nothing I just said. I can back up what I just said. I don't care what condition you met me in. It won't be the way. If you stay the course, you will not be that situation when you leave here.
Amen.
Only way you to say you front the test.
Say.
You walk out of class. I ain't responsible if you skip school. I'm not responsible if you don't come. And potato is true. I'm not responsible for it. You're responsible. You heard nothing I said? I can feed you the word of faith, but it's going to take your faith to maintain it.
Hello.
Somewhere you got to chew on this.
Say.
Get up, mama, you take the food and put it in the baby's mouth.
Yes.
Now that's crazy. When you're 18, your mom still put food in your mouth.
Come on,
Come
man.
on, chew on it. You big rascal, you better chew at your gun.
Yes, say. Hello.
That's right.
Are y'all hearing this here? Are y'all hearing this here? See, you never spoke. It's nowhere in the Bible where people came before prophets and stayed the same.
Come on.
Them that had the passion to follow close. Them that had a hunger to follow. See, how close do you want to follow? Determine your outcome to the prophetic. How close you want to follow? Are y'all hearing this here? How close do you want to follow? Determine what you get from God. How close you going to follow? You going to follow from afar, or you going to follow? Are you going to be follow close?
Hello.
You right. I like that. Up close and personal.
Say.
You know, Brother Rand, I can talk. Brother Rand. Until you became up close and personal, she wasn't gonna marry you. She said it. She told me up there. We ain't gonna play with it. She told me up there. You weren't close enough. Until you really got close enough spirit, they said, oh, shucky now.
Say.
You know, you remember y'all told me a story up here. But when you got up close in person, then she began to see your value and your worth and what you're going to add to her life.
Amen.
Sometimes we want commitment, but we're too far back. And when we want somebody, will you marry me? Hell no, I ain't marrying you. How do you know you?
Say.
Man, too, that's the beauty of that.
Say.
You hear nothing I said. See, y'all don't want to be real with it. Somebody ask you for their life. I don't know you like that.
Say.
Tell me some more about you. You look good. That ain't good enough.
Hello.
I know I look good. I looked in the mirror.
Say.
What else can you say? I tell you what, years ago, Margaret had a situation where somebody was put some eyes on her or something. She called and told us, and I think she told both of us, told me one. And I told Margaret, I said, let him pray. Have him to pray for about 30 seconds. See how he had a 30-minute prayer, 30-second prayer. If you mess that up, tell me to one.
Amen.
I said, you get all your kids and just look at him while he pray. No, we ain't pray, but pray. We'll wait. Go ahead and pray, we'll wait. Don't do no tongue, don't even add nothing to it. Don't even just look at it while he pray.
Hello.
You through? To the left. To the left.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, really. I mean, you tell me to come up here and come with 6. I got 6 kids. They worry about your 6 kids. I got 6 kids. Can you pack them? That's what I want to know.
Say.
Y'all crazy. I'm trying to get through the sermon, but y'all keep playing. Trying to get through the message. Y'all keep playing every time I try to finish. Okay, so he says here, he said, be removed and be thrown into the sea, and does not doubt in his heart, but believe that what he says will come to pass. He will have whatever he says. Whatever. Anything said about no money here. It's gonna ask you for a credit card, a down payment. Y'all ain't getting nothing I see.
Amen.
I'm gonna stay right here. We ain't gonna talk about nothing until y'all get there. It don't say nothing about Visa, MasterCard, your beacon score, none of that.
Same.
Your past failures, none of that. Can you imagine Brother Timothy getting the revelation of this? Can you imagine if you don't say, God, give me this revelation? Lord, if I don't know nothing about the Bible, give me this right here.
Amen.
Do you know how this can change your life and others?
Amen.
You get nothing else. You got enough word that you tell somebody, I want you to go downtown on 4th Street. There's going to be a woman in a brown car with a rag on her head. Say hello, she's going to put out a purse. See, it was them kind of instructions in the Bible. 1 Kings 17. Spirit spoke to the prophet. Wrote the God, he said, there's a woman in Zarephath, told her to sit. You can hear that. I said, when God starts speaking city speak, that's when you know you hear it. When God starts giving you divine directions, there's going to be a woman gathering 2 sticks. She's going to look like she ain't got nothing. Don't be moved by that. She's the deal.
Say, come on now.
But also, God had already spoke to the widow woman. Now, there's a fat prophet coming your way. He's going to be begging for all your food.
Amen.
He's going to look like he can't stand another meal, but give it to him. You ain't hear nothing I see.
Amen.
Because it's not the food he was after. He's after your mindset.
Come on now.
You thinking about dying, he's thinking about living.
Say.
You're trying to kill yourself, and he's trying to take you to the next level. Are y'all hearing this here? No, watch this here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and read this all together. Just stay with me. This is going to bless you. It's going to bless me. Oh, they ended up at 12:05. Y'all like get pulled over for being drunk in the spirit.
Amen.
Woo, woo, woo. What's wrong with you? Nothing. It's chilling. It's chilling. How's the word? Oh, you're not drunk as we supposed. See that word? I missed a few weeks ago, a couple of months ago, I got a ticket. And the guy says I was going, it was a 40-mile zone. And for years, I don't know, I guess I never seen it. I think I was going about 55 in a 40-mile zone. I've been living in Plano about 15 better years. I'd never seen the sign. I'm just chilling. I guess he was chilling too, because he pulled me over. So he pulled me over, and I complied. Y'all black people, you know the position. Hands on steering wheel, where they can be seen. Young men, but they can be seen. He said, sir, can I see your license? I said, sure. I gave it to him. I speaks to him, how you doing? And he said, wait just a minute. So he goes back and he says, I'm going to give you a ticket. I said, that's okay, because I already know I don't pay tickets anyway, because I really don't speed. And when I do get them, I just give them to my lawyer and they get help. And so, no, you're not advised you not to pay tickets either. And don't speed, but if you do, don't pay them. Run the insurance up. I may be taking a little too much. May not break the habit of speed. So what I was about to say, Mark, after I said that. Gave him my license, and so he gave my license back. And so the love of God was just showing, just spilling out of me that day. I mean, I just came from the gym, man. I'm crunk. You know what I mean? I work from home, mother, and I'm being real thankful. I mean, I'm thankful. I mean, you know what? I got a job at home. You know what I mean? I ain't got to stand in the bank for nothing. Wife work at home. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thankful. But I get this ticket while I'm thankful. You see what I'm saying? Don't stop me from getting a ticket, but I get a ticket while I'm thankful. And so, I get the ticket. And so the guy comes there and he says, he said, you the nicest person I ever gave a ticket to. I never gave nobody a ticket as nice as you. And I was awful nice. I was really nice. Man, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Just stay with me. Let me tell you something. You don't have to feed into every situation because it's a situation. I just said something. You don't have to feed into every situation because sometimes the situation you up to see what light you're going to cast.
See?
Needless to say, I beat the ticket. I won. Like I knew I would. So when I used to explode, when you talking about what you stopped me for, none of that foolishness. You did what I had to do. Now someone needed that. Now listen to this here. 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 I got some overword for you. We got about, you might as well shake yourself, end up at 12:10. We'll be done by 1 o'clock. How about that? Y'all okay?
Good.
No, we didn't say nothing. You've been in trouble longer than that.
Amen.
I tell you about the lady asked me what time I got out of church. What time y'all got out of church? I said, I don't know. Depends on who you ask. I said, I got a lady came to my service 10 years ago. She just got out of church, this service about last week. I'm being honest. I mean, her breakthrough came. She held on to a word till it manifest. So I don't know when you're going to get out of this. See, the God's spell will cast a spell on you. And you'll be walking through situations in a God's spell.
Come on now.
You be going through hell and think you in heaven.
Amen.
You don't even feel the fire burning. The Hebrew boys had a spell on them. Everything was burning but them. You heard that, not see? See, it's your thought process. Who's the husband? No, it's about people. See how you think about it. How you process it. I got laid off. No, you're on vacation. I remember one time when I was a young man, just listen to me. I got your word. Just listen to me, my son. I was about 21, about my first home when I was 21 years old. I was working at a gym down there. I said, yeah, I bought my first home. 21 years old, one married, nothing, beautiful home. Home at 4 years old. Beautiful home. Got a beautiful home. I'm telling y'all this. What I want to tell you this for. Like, y'all been pulling on my business. Like, y'all want to know this. Did you have one y'all asked me? So anyway, Mom, what I was telling y'all this. Mother, you know why I was telling this here? Do y'all need to know this?
No.
You don't need to know this? Well, I'm telling it anyway. So you might as well might need to know. Wait, did you buy a home at 21?
No.
Do you want to buy a home?
Don't buy them.
Okay. I'm still trying to find out why I was telling y'all this. Well, if you think you can, you will if you think you can.
Amen.
If you think you can. So what I go ahead. Which one say? You better say something. Listen to this here. I know I want you to go. Go over to, yeah, here we go. Let me finish this here. Therefore I say to you, whatsoever things you ask when you pray, whatsoever things you ask when you pray, whatsoever things you ask when you pray. And I think I told y'all this, the last should be first. Remember, the last should be first. I don't know if y'all remember me mentioning this, Brother Randy, I was on the phone, he was on the phone. Do y'all remember, I read this here Thursday night, I see this here, the word said, therefore I said to you, whatsoever things you ask when you pray, believe that you receive them and you shall have them. Remember that? Now actually, that's the first part. The latter part is the first part. Because after you pray about it, then you can start singing.
That's right.
See,
then you can start singing.
Right.
See what I'm saying? See, when after you done prayed it, you don't need to come back, you already asked him that. Go exercise your authority. You already told him that. So go ahead and start talking. You done told him you wanted to have. Have you put in the application? Have you called anybody? Well, I don't have no money. They didn't ask you that. Relatives don't ask you if you have money. They ask you if they want a house. Because if you got issues, they'll tell you what you need. Because see, if you don't buy, they don't eat. So they're not trying to excuse you out of their life. You hearing that? Now watch this here. Now watch this here. If it's this other person, then I'm going to take you somewhere else right quick. Then we're going to be done. 25 said, and when you stand praying, forgive. Uh-oh.
Come on now.
So now, let's slow all that other down. Let's stop all that, call it, name it, claim it. Let's stop all that. Claim it, name it. It says here. And when ye stand praying, forgive if you have anything against anyone. It is said black, blue, green, mama, daddy, sister, brother. It'll say how old it was. It said forgive.
Hello.
And sometimes I really believe we don't forgive ourselves. Because sometimes you can be holding on to stuff that God ain't even dealing with.
See?
You tripping over something that nobody ain't dealing with. And sometimes I believe certain people ain't even dealing with what you're dealing with.
Come on now.
You still holding on to stuff and they forgot all about that. So don't be a hindrance to your own self. Keep your spirit clear that you can get your breakthrough. So you ain't got time to hold on to the petty stuff. I call it playing it small when you're trying to live big.
Come on now.
Someone said you ain't got time to play it small.
You ain't got time to
Say it loud. You ain't got time to play it small when you're trying to play it big.
When you're trying to live big.
You ain't got time for small stuff.
Amen.
So he says here, and then I'm going somewhere. And when you stand praying, forgive if you have aught against anyone, so that your Father who is in heaven may also forgive you of your sin. But if you do not forgive, neither will your Father who is in heaven forgive you of your sin. You know what? Ain't nobody that bad to make me hold on to what you done did. Or what I did to you.
Say.
Because you got to forgive yourself. Well, what if they don't forgive you? Well, don't worry about it. Give them their space. God will forgive you. Let God deal with that.
Say.
You ain't their judge. You keep your spirit clear. See what I'm saying? That you can get the breakthrough that you need. Now, go over to Ezekiel 37. Go to Ezekiel 37. Y'all there? So you just told me. Ezekiel 37. See, God want to see where you say what he wants you to say.
Say.
Amen.
See, when you get the mind of God, the future, your future's in your hands.
Come on now.
God want to see what you say. Is everybody there in Ezekiel 37?
Yes.
What's the name of the message, son? Your say, my future
My future.
begins in my mind.
Begins in my mind.
Ezekiel 37. It says, the hand of the Lord was upon me. That's Ezekiel. And he carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst. What's that? In the midst of the valley, which was full of bones. Say bone.
Bone.
Dryness.
Dryness.
I like to refer to sometimes as the bones being people. Bones, people.
Come on now. Jesus.
A valley which was full of bones. People with no hope. People that had dry spirits. Visions laying dormant. Visions going nowhere.
Say.
People at the bottom refusing to move themselves from the bottom. Are you hearing this here? Full of bones. And he caused me to pass among them all around. And there were very many in the open valley. There were very many. There's a lot of people at the bottom, very few at the top. There's a lot of people going nowhere. Y'all hearing this here? Listen to this here. And he caused me to pass among them all around. And there was very many in the open valley. Talking about people. And they were very dry. They had nothing in their spirit. They had no hope. They think it was crazy. And he said to me, Son of man, can these bones live? Son of man, can these bones live? Now remember I told you earlier, anytime God asks you a question, he's about to give you a lesson.
Come on now.
Because he already know the answer. Why would God ask you a question? What can you tell God? Bless you. What can you tell God? When Ezekiel 37, bless you. We're talking about your future is in your mind.
Amen.
Someone said again, my future is in my mind.
My future is in my mind.
So now watch this, Ezekiel 37. He says, let's read that again. Then the hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones, people, dryness. And he caused me to pass among them all around. And he caused me to pass among them. He caused me to pass above them. He caused me to take observation. He caused me to look at it. He wanted me to look at it.
Come on,
He wanted me to examine it. He wanted me to know the moment that I was in.
Yes.
He wanted me to analyze it. Wanted me to look at it. He had me to walk around the dryness.
Yes.
Isn't it? It's going to bless you. It's going to bless you.
Amen.
And there were very many in the open valley. The bones were people. There were very many in the open valley. There were very dry people, no vision, no hope, full of excuses.
Come on now.
All cultures, discouragement. You listen to that, Mother? And there was very many in the open valley, and they were very dry. Their spirit was dry.
Jesus.
They had no hope. They were dry.
Come on,
Just
Prophet.
dry. This didn't care no more.
My God. Make it plain, Prophet. Hey.
This is it. But I want to show you something. I'm gonna give you my. I'm gonna show you these were people that's supposed to know the Lord.
That's right.
These weren't sinners. These weren't the devil's people. These were people that were supposed to be in covenant with God. That's what this was. They were supposed to be in covenant with God. These were people that supposed to have realized that they were the church. They were Israel. They were the called out one. They were the ecclesia, called out one. These were people that should have knew. These were people that were stuck on milk when they should have been on meat. These were people that was living below the God level. These were people that should have had his mind. The word Israel means one moving with God. So how did they come disconnect? See, either you're going to follow close or you ain't going to follow. Listen to this here. He said, son, and then watch this here. He goes to question. And he said to me, son of man, can these bones live? But I just said, anytime God asks you a question, he's not expecting an answer. He's trying to teach you a lesson.
Come on now.
Because God will never ask you a question depending on you to answer him. Because he knows everything. So there's a lesson learned when he asked, can these bones live? He said, can these people live?
Say.
Now watch this here. I told you, see, we want to put everything on Jesus and everything on God. Jesus didn't die for you, you still want him to do some more. What more he going to do for you? What more he going to do for us? He didn't die for you, been resurrected, and gave all authority to me and you, and we still want him to do so. But now watch this here. Watch what he tells Ezekiel. Watch the assignment. Watch the assignment. Because anytime you talk to God, he's going to give you an assignment. You hear now, I just see. Anytime, if you tell me you've been in prayer, you coming out of it with an assignment.
Yes.
It's something for you to do. Ooh, we had a good time in prayer. Okay, did you get instruction? But they want a good time.
Say.
He don't trust you. He didn't give you an assignment. You have to trust him. And you should have. He can't trust you with an assignment. Remember I preached to y'all a month ago? Can God trust you with an instruction?
Yes.
Listen to this here. I'm going somewhere with this here. So he says here, he said, son of man, can these bones live? And I answered. And Ezekiel said, and I answered, oh Lord, you know. Oh Lord, you know. See, Ezekiel was a wise man. He said, oh Lord, you know. Why you asking me this? You know. And again he said to me. And again he said to me. And again God said to Ezekiel. And again God gave Ezekiel an assignment. Get this, Brother Anthony? And again God said to Ezekiel. And again God said, I'm going with this here. I see you trying to get ahead of him. I see you over there trying to down on your stuff. I see you. Looking at you. And I answered, oh Lord, you know. And again he said to me, prophesy over these people, over these bones, and say to them, I'm not going to say nothing to them. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm these bones and say to them, all dry people, hear the word of the Lord. Hear the word of the Lord. Y'all getting that?
Yes.
He said, hear the word of the Lord. Go which one?
At that point when he said, before he asked him second time, he said, can these bones live? And he said, oh Lord, you know, oh, you been smart mouth. Because if you really would have understood and knew what your God was saying, why you ain't doing it? But you know, we be saying, oh, I know the word, well, why you ain't doing it?
Amen.
Because if you know it, then you should be doing it.
Come on,
because
Pastor.
you do what you know.
Hello.
So don't start that because you're being smart mouthed. When you
Come on,
talking about, I know, and you ain't done nothing.
Yeah.
Say,
See what I'm saying? I just want y'all to don't miss that point right there.
Good.
Because that's going to come up in your life if you so know why you ain't doing it.
say,
Speak.
come on now.
That's what that what they doing.
And he said to me, prophesy over these people, over these bones, and say to them, spirit, all dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Hear the word. In other words, he said here, tell them don't hear nothing but what I'm saying.
Hello.
I don't want them to hear their past.
Come on now.
I don't want them to hear about yesterday.
Yes.
I don't want them to hear about their culture.
Yes.
I don't want them to talk about their sins.
Yes.
I don't want them to talk about what they don't have. I don't even want them to talk about how they got it, how they became dry.
Yes.
Come on now.
See?
So that would be a good question. How the hell y'all come dry? You the chosen of God, how the hell you get dry? How you gonna be around life and you go and you die off? I'm not understanding. How did you break fellowship? What happened that you broke fellowship? How were you walking so close and got so far behind? How were we walking side by side and you disobedient? How were you talking God one day and faith one day? This God talking now.
Say,
And unbelief and disbelief. Are you following? Are y'all getting this in?
Amen.
Help us, okay.
Help us, Lord.
Help us stop.
The danger in being human is being human.
See?
hello. Come on now.
Let me say that again. The danger of being human is being human.
Come on. Yes, hallelujah.
Because carnality is full of that.
Say,
Praise praise.
And you'll start living off your feelings, your emotions.
Humanness.
You'll start living off what you see.
How you feel. All right.
Can I submit to you? I don't care where you find yourself in life today. Submit that moment to God, and you become the best you are wherever you are.
Amen.
God have not stopped being God because of the way things look in your life.
come on now.
Because if anything exterior is looking crazy, that's an illusion.
Amen. Hallelujah.
The revelation of who you are and the supply of what you need is on the inside of you.
Hello.
Yes,
Now
it
watch
is.
this. Watch this. I'm going to give you revelation. God gave Israel manna every day till they grew up and got ready for overflow. You can get none of that. He took care of their daily needs.
Hey.
Till they finally realized the place I'm at is overflowing milk and honey. Now I keep chewing on this daily manna, or I come off this milk and get on some meat and get in the overflow.
Come on now.
All right.
You hear nothing I just said? Are we hearing this?
Yes.
Yeah.
You keep believing that you got to wait on the check once a month? Every time you get paid? How did you know that God will just live in your payday? You can reduce God down to a paycheck. So in between there, your butt stuff. Because you don't believe that he's there. You don't believe that he's El Shaddai right now. You don't believe that you can walk out the door and a millionaire can change. You don't believe that somebody can answer your prayer. You don't believe that he can happen now because you reduce God down. You reduce God down to a paycheck. So if I don't have a job, I can't be blessed. Who said it? I just read you say it. Mark 11, 23, 24 didn't say that. It says whatever you say.
Hello.
It didn't ask for a credit card, didn't ask for a bank account number. Didn't ask for income tax.
Come on, prophet.
See, you gotta decide, are you gonna live by your paycheck or are you gonna live the supernatural life? And let your paycheck catch up with supernatural life.
Say,
See, what you need to start doing is say, my money is my seed. but God is my source.
Boom.
So see what it is, you got mammon over God.
All right.
You heard that, not saying?
Get that. That's awesome.
You got mammon over God. So when mammon says you don't have enough, you can agree with mammon. So when mammon says don't pay your tithes and offerings because you're going to lose, you believe what mammon says.
There ain't no more money.
You heard that, not saying?
You ain't got to speak.
But God is full of principles. And said, give it and shall be given unto you. Good men just pressed down and shaken together, running over, shall men give into your bosom. And every time, you can always say you get ready to get a breakthrough because Mammon going to start speaking. Mammon going to tell you don't do it. See, Mammon is a spirit. Yeah, this money is a spirit.
Yeah.
It's a spirit that talks today.
Lord over you. Yeah.
Mammon will say, don't get that house. You know, you can't afford it.
Yeah.
You hear that not say? Mammon say, you better not reach for no house bigger than your income. Because you know what you make a year. So won't you just get the house that's, well, if you can afford it, then you don't, well, you need God in that deal. Why do you ask God for a hamburger? You got hamburger money already.
Hello.
That's right.
You know, next level is filet mignon. Filet mignon money. Filet mignon, someone said filet mignon. I was with somebody the other day, and we were all talking, and they said, "Ooh, my fingers just clapping up." The other day, I was down at Bake Fest, and someone said, "This is Ted." They said, "Ooh, my fingers." I said, "Nothing wrong with your fingers. Need some cash rolling through it, and all the house routes to leave." I said, "That ain't nothing wrong with your fingers. They ain't got no money. That's why they stuck together." But you said, You think I'm crazy? That's crazy. That's crazy. You got to tap in. This is a real life. If you don't have these conversations, you're going to live beneath what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you got to tap.
And you got to give yourself permission to remove yourself from the bottom to the top. I just said something. You got to give yourself permission to remove yourself from the bottom to the top.
That's right. I'm the head. Amen.
You got to tell the bottom, I'm retiring you today.
Yeah, today.
Amen. Receive that.
Yes. You are not.
I'm retiring from the bottom.
Yes.
Yes.
Is anybody hearing this?
Yes.
Did y'all hear this?
Yes.
Y'all hear this?
Yes.
Dig this over. I'm talking about you gotta talk to yourself. You gotta talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. I'm talking about right stuff now. I ain't talking about crazy to yourself.
Right.
I ain't talking about crazy talk. Where they come pick you up, put you in one of them red jackets. I ain't talking about crazy talking now. But I'm talking prophetically. I'm talking prophetically.
Yes.
Amen.
Someone said money's not an issue.
Money.
It's only an issue when you make it an issue. God should go. Some say God should go. Do you know according to the kingdom, stuff will be added to us? Come on, man. You're supposed to live a life where things are added to you. It's supposed to be added to you. If you already get things, should just be added to you. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, His righteousness, and all these things will be added. What things? Whatever I need, they just add. They just add. Let me finish these circle right quick. Let me get these bombs up. Y'all thought I forgot. I can't leave them bombs right there. I know one time I was a little boy. I think it was preaching. I don't know what he was preaching or something. I mean, I don't know what it was. The cross. He left Jesus on the cross about 6 weeks. I mean, he left him on the cross a long time. And it was like a Batman. I mean, boy, it's like a Batman story. I'm kind of wondering, is he ever going to come off that cross? He would get him to that cross and he would end the service. So I got curious. I wonder, is he ever coming off the cross? I mean, see, I got situations and needs, and you still got a million there. I got things to do.
Amen.
That's the one thing a preacher can do, is start a story and leave everybody wondering what happened.
What happened?
Stay tuned. Same cross channel. Same resurrection channel. We'll be back. But listen to this here. Let's get these bones up. This is what happened. Some say power words. Some say words bring it together. I'm telling you something. If you're rich in the word, ain't no limits. I don't care what you're saying. I know what I'm talking about. I don't care where you are. Don't change your speech.
Amen.
Don't change your speech. I don't care what you're going through. Don't change. You got to be consistent. He said, you continue in my word, then are you my disciples indeed. And you shall know the truth, and the truth you know will set you free. Listen to this here. Listen to this here. So it says here, verse 4 again, he said to me, prophesy over these bones and say to them, O dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord God to these bones, I will cause breath to enter you so that you will live. I will cause breath. I will cause life. I will cause revelation. I will cause knowledge. I will cause wisdom. See, breath is trying to come into you now. Breath. The breath of God. The breath of God. The life of God. See, this is life. This is life. You know what? If you, Brother White, if we begin to receive this word, like we receive them letters that come to the mailbox, and you come out, they say, by this day, see, but if you open that word of God and begin to get all that word in your spirit, and release that word, like you hear me, Brother Ed? Listen to this here. What said the breath of life? Thus said the Lord God to these bones, I will cause breath to enter you so that you will live. I will cause the word to enter you that you will live. And I will lay sinews upon you and will grow back flesh upon you and cover you with skin and that sounds like restoration to me. And put breath in you so that you live. Then shall you know that I am the Lord. So that that's been broken down, I'm going to restore. You follow what I'm saying? In other words, I'm going to get you back to the place that you really should be. See, somewhere in your life, you done step down. You got to get aggressive with this.
Amen.
Yeah.
Your news can't be CNN.
All right.
You can't spend life talking about Trump.
Yes.
But you know Trump, man, if you say one more thing about Trump, I'll pump you in your head. Man, I don't want to hear about no Trump. That's your president. I don't hear that. You got respect for authority, but God's my man.
That's it.
That's my dude.
That's it.
God's my dude.
That's it.
You know?
That's it.
I mean, God's your source.
Yes.
Man, you get ready to live the best days of your life. The rest of your life gonna be the best of your life.
Yeah. Come on.
I said the rest of your life gonna be the best of your life. I said it. The rest of your life is gonna be the best.
Yes. Come on,
It
Prophet.
ain't about Democrat, Republican, and who's in the House. And I understand that the Republicans got the executive branch, the Congress, the Senate. They got all of it now. But guess what? You ain't run by that. God gonna bless you because you believe.
That's right.
I said God gonna bless you because you believe. Say God gonna bless me because I believe. I'm a receiver of God's stuff. Someone say I'm a receiver of God's stuff. Are you hearing this?
Yeah.
That's what she just said. Say that, Prophet.
Say that again, Prophet.
Recipient of the kingdom.
I'm a recipient of the kingdom.
Hey.
Royalty. Someone say royalty.
Royalty.
You ain't heard nothing I said. Now watch this here. Now if you wrap this door with that kind of mind, I'm telling you, Croatia's going to be a crazy. If you leave out this door with that kind of mind, I'm the king's king.
Yes, I am.
You ain't heard nothing I just said.
I have inheritance.
You ain't heard nothing I just said.
Yes, I am.
I'll be the heir. I have an inheritance.
Amen.
Is anybody hearing this here?
Yes.
Can't nothing stop you when you want to get there. I was somewhere that I knew I was supposed to be the other day, and I got ready to go in. The lady said, well, you don't have no badge. I said, really? And so the Holy Spirit said, this is the Holy Spirit. He said, go this way. And the way that she was blocking, the Holy Spirit took me around. And when, I didn't know where I was, I'm just following the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
She said her door needed a baggage. But God showed me another door that needed no baggage. And so I'm following the Holy Spirit. You heard nothing I said. So I just went in the gate. I went in the door where all the stars were going.
Say.
I couldn't get in the regular door. See what the audience was. I couldn't get in that door. The Holy Spirit said, go around this way. So I walked in, security, how you doing, sir? Great, sir. How you doing? You follow what I'm saying? See, when God wants you in, let me get you out.
Yes.
Red up on the door, guess y'all red up on? Cynthia Tyson. You ain't heard nothing I see. You ain't heard nothing I see. You know what the dog led me in? To the Legends Luncheon. You ain't heard, they ain't had no tickets to no Legends Luncheon. God just invited me. See, but had she rejected me, I would have been a place I didn't want to be.
That's it.
But her rejection led me to where I didn't want to be. I would have missed the legendary ball. I would have missed the red carpet.
Rejection led you to the prom.
It led me to the prom. Let's go on Facebook. You see that?
Tag team.
All right.
This tag team.
Are you hearing this here?
Yeah.
So your blessing can be hid in rejection. What is it? Had Saul rejected David, David never would have made it to the prom.
Come on now.
Amen.
See, you can tell when your time comes, because you got to be like David, you got to be a good spear dodger. Remember
Amen.
Saul was throwing spears at him?
Amen.
But David wouldn't retaliate, he just dodged.
That's good.
And Saul was fired on the job. He was in position fired, and David was king before he ever got king.
You better say that, man of God.
He was king when he was dodging. His kingship made him miss.
That was the process.
All right, Prophet.
Amen.
See, you got sometimes you got to dodge to keep the vision alive.
Come on. That's
You
good.
can't want to get pissed off in this season. I got mad at somebody said something the other day, and before I know I had said something, I retracted them words so fast, I said, you too little for me to, I ain't going there with you. I pulled out that, I stepped into the circle. I stepped into the circle, I put it, oh, wait a minute. I'm the king. That's too long for me. That's too long. But I stepped out, suck up, wait a minute.
Come out of
I
there.
know who I am.
Thank you. Thank you.
See, watch this here. You ain't gonna catch. If Mike Tyson was still fighting, he ain't fighting nobody on Bear Street.
Come on now.
Ain't no money. He ain't gonna walk. He ain't gonna fight you for free. He ain't gotta prove nothing. See, once God validates your name, you ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. You ain't got to prove to nobody. You got to fit your name.
See?
I already told you, there are people that are called to assassinate your character. You hear that? I say, that's part of their purpose, to assassinate you.
Thank you.
Now, my only thing about them be just like Jesus. I'm going to have a dame Dallas around. I'm going to pick my dame.
How about that?
You ain't going to just walk up and be one.
Say.
I'm going to have to know you.
We'll be violent.
We got about 10 more minutes and we're done. So he says here, I'm going to read this here, then we go to 1 Samuel, then we're done. Y'all been a good class. So I prophesied, watch this here. I prophesied as I was commanded. God is commanding you in this season to prophesy.
Amen.
You hear that? I said, God is commanding you. Don't just look at the problem, prophesy to it.
Yes.
You already done prayed. You need to go pray no more. You've been praying that. Now you need to speak to the thing. Speak to the thing that's tormenting you.
Come on now.
I said, speak to the thing that's tormenting you. respect. Speak to the thing that wants to dishonor you. You know, you might as well tell that thing, you know what? I'm the king. And I know you don't like me. But I'm not going to stop being king because you don't like me. So you might as well go on and buy you behind the generation now because I ain't going nowhere. Why, you pissed off I'm king? When you get on pissed off, I still be king. You ain't y'all get that whole. I'm who I am, I am. I ain't gonna stop being me because you don't like me.
See?
I don't care what you done heard, don't mean nothing. Here, go hear some more, because I'm still gonna be king. Go tell them whatever you heard, tell them he's still king.
Amen.
Tell them, why you tell them it's my season.
It's my season.
Amen.
That's what you gotta know.
See what I'm saying? Are you about to hear this? Now, what I tell you earlier? Identity before activity.
See?
You must know who you are first, then take corresponding actions.
Amen.
Because when you know where you are, you know where you're going. You know what belongs to you.
See?
Amen.
Are y'all hearing that there? Huh?
Indeed.
What God tell Jesus? This is my beloved son, where I'm well pleased. And then after he identified him, Jesus took action. And miracles started happening.
Money coming.
Okay? Now listen to this here. And then I'm going to reach one more, then we're done. So then he said to me, prophesy. No, I'm sorry. So I prophesied as I was commanded. And as I prophesied, there was a noise. Some said there was a noise. There was a distinct sound. And there was a shaking. Say the noise, then the shaking. That's the awakening. That's the awareness.
Okay. Amen.
And after that, the bones came together. After the shaking, after the awareness, shaking them back to themselves.
Yeah.
Come into yourself again. Say, self, come to yourself. Hey, stop acting like that.
Stop acting like that.
You know the worst feeling you can have is to feel sorry for yourself. That's the worst feeling you can have, to feel sorry for yourself.
Yeah.
You ever went somewhere and start crying and nobody was messing with you, just crying? I ain't talking about because you love the Lord either.
Come on now.
No, you just carry it, you go up there crying.
You yourself said, shut up.
And then somewhere they say, you got to come out of that.
Yes.
When you get through crying, the bills still do.
Right.
That figure didn't change because you start crying. You get pissed off, ain't gonna change nothing. I did all that and cried, everything. Them throw stuff in the corner, turn 4 flips,
Hello.
hit the wall, hurt your hand, broke the glass. Now that's more money you need because you broke the glass. That's some more money you got to spend because you broke the glass. Should have just believed in God for forget, because then you can do wine. See, you can't complain and have faith too.
That's right.
You got to do one or the other.
That's it.
Y'all hearing this?
That's it.
There's going to be some miracles following this service.
Amen.
That's what the Lord said. He told me this. There's going to be some miracles. There's going to be some things. See, there's some miracles got to take place because some things so far out of order. But after this year, we're going to go and sin no more.
Hallelujah.
We ain't going to do the stupid thing no more. Because see, some things we created. Some things we just didn't use with.
That's right. That's right.
See, we was getting our money to book it and book it and book it, check their butt to you the next week.
Come on
Say
now.
what Jesus tell you.
You ever try to help Bookie? Everybody got Bookie. You got Bookie. You may call it something else. But anyway, you got somebody in the family. They don't know you till they need something. And they get 2 cents above their rent, then you get a butt kiss.
Yeah.
Y'all have people like that you can help. Apostle.
Yeah.
Man, you take your last and give it to them, and then they want to cut you.
Yeah. Over the chump chain.
Come on.
Came to the king.
I don't even know.
Listen to this here. And so I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise and a shake. Someone said a noise and a shake. And the bone, the people came together. Bone took its bone. Now, watch this here. And when the people got in right consciousness, right thinking, they start getting around where they fit. They start making prophetic connections. They start getting around people that matter, people that can take you to the next level. You don't need to be around a group of people.
Come on now.
And my leaders, I'm real careful. Someone called me the other day, and I knew I was supposed to be around. I just kept hanging up my phone. Oh, now you know why the car got on. They gonna see that.
Speak, Prophet. You're in the house. Speak.
They kept coming, I kept hanging up the phone. Because I heard the Holy Spirit say, don't get off yoke yesterday. And I had some people calling me, wanting my attention. And the Holy Spirit said, no, I need you to do what we were doing. That's what I need. I don't need you doing that now. I said, some said, hey, what you doing? I said, I'm taking care of it. Call you back later. But I never called her back. Because I was doing my, see, you can't let people pull you out your zone. You got to be what you're supposed to be to get the breakthrough. You can't just be all over the place. Just because it's Saturday, because you bored. You also use the other beat, you broke. You only bored, you broke. Bored and broke. So you got to get around some substance.
Come on now.
At least someone talking money.
Yeah.
Say.
Yeah.
Thinking money.
Yeah.
Now listen to this here. Listen to this here. And I'm going to give you one more scripture. And then I'm done. I'm done. Someone took me and said, ooh, y'all put your hole a long time. You've been in poverty longer than that. How long you been in poverty? How long you been living in that wrong zip code? So you can't have a 2-hour service? And you've been in hell 40 years?
Say.
I mean, well, you want to go back to hell? But get out of here and go to hell then. We're going to finish the service. Don't be rushing me.
Yeah.
Wow. Someone came to one of my services one time. This is great. I guess they thought I was a hum. You ever seen them hummers in the Baptist church? So she started, I heard. No, I don't do that. Stop that. I don't do none of that. Stop all of that. Because we ain't finna turn out. We got another hour.
Yeah.
You with us or not?
Say.
Get us that good Baptist start humming. That means when you gone and grab your ear and go to the service.
Yes.
I tell you, you got wrong. You must hit the wrong dog. This ain't here. I don't hum. We at least got about enough. We don't have it here now. Because we've done it in 10 minutes. I tell them, no, we don't hum here. Because I want you to hear. Faith come down humming here. I've been hum all my life. I thought I was a harmonica for a while.
God is good.
Isn't God good?
God is good. Yeah.
So we're going to get these bones up. Somebody wants to say, eat. Get them put the bones together. Get these bones up out of here. Okay, let's get these bones up out of here. Where we at? One second. So we was at, what we at, 9 or what we at? Or do anybody care? 8. We're at 8. When I looked, the sinews and the flesh grew on upon them, and the skin covered them, but there was no breath in them. And then he said to me, prophesy, say to the wind,
My God.
prophesy, son of man. Say to the wind, thus saith the Lord, it's your season to prophesy. I said it's your season to prophesy.
Yeah.
Whatever's dry in your life, whatever ain't working, ain't been working, speak to it.
Yes. Speak to it.
I see the car.
Amen.
Car, you see it, shit. I see the car. That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Say.
That's a wrap.
Rap.
Someone called me the other day and they said, Prophet, I'm deep in calling and they gave my money. No, this other stuff. Let's stop all that whining first. I said, well, you want to come? Well, I don't give my money to the first. Well, I said, well, if your faith is in the first, you can get it on the first. I'm asking you, do you want it today or the first? Which one do you want? And now I line my faith up with yours. If you got first faith, if you got a month from now faith, I'll get it to month now faith with you. If you got now faith, we'll get it today. So what you want to do? Do you want it now or tomorrow? Let me know. Because I got to go one way or another. I need to go and wait 30 days for you, or we can do it now. She said, I don't need you to tell me all that. Do you want the call? I said, well, just hold up. Why are you thinking this? Hold up. I made a phone call, and I called the powers that be. I said, this is Prophet Johnson. Hey, how's it going there? Look, I got a situation here. I got someone that ain't got no money. But I want you to give them a call on my word.
Amen. Amen.
So I called her back. I said, can you be there at 1:30? I said, not 1:30, when you be there at 1:30, stand back. She said, yes, sir. I said, don't worry about the money. I said, now what you gonna put down? I said, when that come in, I said, you just give me half of that. Just show that to the prophet. I said, there shouldn't be a problem with it. Since you're gonna get a car today. And you need money and they ain't got nothing. You ain't heard nothing else.
Amen. That's in order, prophet. That's in order.
I said, so the prophet 500. Now the other 1,000 you was gonna put down, just keep that for yourself. That sounds like a pretty good deal, don't it?
That's a real deal.
Because I was eating. You stopped me. I was eating. I didn't need a car. I got to. You hear nothing else?
That's in order, prophet.
See, people got a lot of blessed the prophet.
That's it. That's right.
See, it ain't so much I needed to find. You need to sow the fire to keep your faith alive.
That's it. That's it.
I said you need to sow the fire to get your faith alive. You ain't heard nothing I said. Sow it keeps your faith alive.
Yes, it does. Do anything kingdom wise. Come on.
Anytime you got a prophet, anytime God assigns a prophet to you, do you know what that is? Do you understand what that is? When God assigns a prophet to your life. Nevertheless, long story short, she goes to the dealership, brand new loaded. This is what she wanted. She wanted a Honda car. She got a brand new loaded Honda car. Nothing, payments what she wanted and everything else. Same day. Because she slipped into now faith. And I'm 30 days late now. 30 days late. So here's the deal. When do you want it? Ain't that a song? When do you want it? Ain't that a song? Yeah, how do you want something? That's like a song. When do you want it? Y'all see, y'all real spiritual. I have fun. Me and God, sometimes me and God, we can remember this jam. We have jam this section. Me and God, we
What I want to tell you, used to be the budget.
Oh, that's fine. We get our bills, we dance and do the money dance. We couldn't dance, we just dance, ain't worried about it. I remember one time preaching this God, we were young, prophet, we were young. And our air conditioning went out, right? And it was so hot. Was it wearing Jerry curls back then? And so anyway, it got hot. When you move, your hair print be on the couch. And juice. You gotta do about that juice. Do about that juice. It was hot, man. I'm talking about, man, you can leave my clothes in the house. We like Tarzan and Jane. But a phone call came out of Seattle, Washington. And they needed a prophet to come through. I'd never seen these people in my life. Man, we went up there and the Spirit of God moved. I never forget on a Wednesday night. Oh no, someone said Wednesday night. Wednesday night. I'm to church on Wednesday night. We moved, people got saved, people's wallets got saved. You heard nothing I said.
Amen.
You know, sometimes that's the last thing that comes to salvation, to make people's wallet.
See, wait.
Go ahead.
And then the thing was that you always don't ever box God in. Because look like nobody in the city could hear God.
Right.
So God took us out the city and gave us the money.
But hold on, you get the hell of it. I am, but you get the hell of it. So when we get there, right, we get there. Now we just little, we don't, you know, you know, we preaching out the house. You know what I mean?
Blessed.
I mean, you know, I walk up and I look at the sign and I say, look at people coming to sing. You know what I mean? And I look at the marquees and I see the name, I see our names on the marquees.
You doing some Davis God here.
I had seen the name, but I never realized it was me. And you know, I'm used to speaking to a handful of people, and I hadn't spoke to a big crowd before. But let me tell you something. I went up in there and the power of God moved on me in prophets. Let me tell you something. And they was believing for a miracle, and I was too, but I didn't tell them what I was believing for. I didn't tell my condition was out. I preached like I had a mansion.
Amen.
Oh,
That's it. That's it,
I
Father.
don't say $12,000.
12,000.
You hear this? 2 hours.
Jesus.
Those are 2 hours. See, but you can have what you say.
Get out.
When you say what you have. I just said something. You can have what you say when you say what you have. I just said, you can have what you say when you say what you say that. You can have what you say when you say what you have. I don't know somebody. Come on, brother man, give me something. Brother man got that thing. You can have what you say when you say what you have.
Amen.
Y'all getting that?
Got that.
You better say something to you again. Huh? You say what you want
Because,
to. You gonna say it anyway.
can you say, I am the seed of God?
I am the seed of God.
You are God's word. He said, in the beginning was the word was God, and the word became flesh. The more you partake of this word will consume and begotten you, and you become the word. And so you are a living epistle. You are ready to be read. You are walking word. You are the word. So you should have something to say. Word.
Amen.
Word up. Can y'all say word up?
Word up.
You should have something to say, and you should learn to speak from your spirit and not from your emotion.
Come on now.
Speaking from your feelings and speak what's in your spirit.
Amen.
Somebody say the Christ.
The Christ.
Christ in what?
Me.
The hope of glory. So when you really get that, I mean really get that, you can have what you say. Because what you're saying is who you are.
Amen.
Amen. You got to get that. There's nothing you can play around with.
Amen.
That's the faith of God.
Amen.
It word, all you see in that word is God talking, having a conversation. Having a conversation, and his word is coming to pass. And he's still having a conversation today. And so, if you hearing him, and you know that you are of him, you from him,
Yes.
of him, you are him. You and him are one. So now you gotta walk in this oneness. Walk in this oneness. Walk in this revelation. Be the revelation of God. And the more you exercise it, your faith, the faith of God, the more you use it, the greater it gets. A weight of glory begins to increase.
You got
upon
to
your
give your
conversation.
faith an assignment.
See,
You got to give your faith an
it
assignment.
gets bigger and bigger.
That's right, that's right.
Stronger and stronger. That you can stand up, I don't care where you are, you can stand up from the Burger House to the White House and have a conversation, and they will hear your voice.
Yes,
Your voice
yes.
will make life history.
Come on now.
Glory.
I said I'm going to give y'all this word right here. We're done after I read this here. We're done. And that's it. Write this down. I'll go to it right quick. 1 Samuel 22. 1 Samuel 22nd chapter. Keep the cameras moving. 1 Samuel. David, now someone said David was a prophet. He was a king, he was a prophet, he was a priest. David departed from there and escaped to the cave of Adullam. Someone said the cave of Adullam.
Cave of Adullam.
Because man, nobody trying to come to the cave of Adullam. It ain't a popular place. And when his brethren and all his fathers have heard it, they went down to him there. They gathered to him everyone that was in distress,
Yes.
everyone that was in debt, and everyone that was discontent. What are those?
See?
My God.
In debt, distress, and discontent.
Cave.
Those were the people that came to him in the cave.
Right.
Process.
Right.
Those were people that came to the place that was powerful, but it wasn't powerful.
Come on now.
Yes.
But I'm going to cut this short. I ain't going to read all this because this is what I want to share with you from here. In debt, distress, and discontent.
Yes.
Now watch this here. Most of the people that's in here is in one of them categories. If you're listening to me, one of them categories, it's not all, you're in one of them. But if you go and read the story, these men that came to David in the cave in that condition weren't the same men that left the cave in that condition.
That's right. That's right.
Finish reading the story, get this forward.
Yes.
The men that came in
Come on now.
distress, discontent, in debt, those were not the men that left the cave.
Hello.
The story goes on to say, but these were men that God validated.
Come on now.
These were men that God blessed and empowered.
Amen.
These were men that went from in debt to overflow.
Hello.
Distress to peace. These were men that warred with David,
Come on now.
that would snatch a lion's head off on a snowy day. These were men that would hurl rocks through space. slew Goliath.
Come on now.
See, their condition didn't master them. See, it's not how you come in, it's how you leave.
Come on.
I'm going to close with this. A lesson not learned is a lesson repeated. If you learn the lesson, you ain't got to repeat it. Your future is in your mind. I said your future is in your mind. You take authority. You change your life. You prophesy. You speak. Come on, give God a hand. If you didn't hear this word through social media, I want to give you an opportunity to make Jesus Christ your Lord and Savior. You may say, how? Glad you asked. It's real simple. If you just confess and ask the Lord to forgive you of your sins, and if you believe that God has sent his son Jesus Christ to die for you and raised him from the dead, you can be saved. Now say, everybody say this with me, those that saved and those that's not saved. If you want to be saved, this is a good opportunity. Today is your day to move from the bottom up. Today is your day to come out the valley of dry bones. Today is your day. Say, Lord, forgive me, for all my sins. Lord, come in my life, take control of my life, and be Lord over my life. I receive you, your son, Jesus Christ, as my personal Savior. Father, fill me with your spirit. Lord, I receive you as Lord of my life. This day, right now, in Jesus' name. Amen. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Now, if you hear me through social media, I believe God's going to lead you to a good spiritual church that you can get fed, the Word of God. Until then, stay tuned. Until this broadcast, we love you and God bless you. We'll see you next time. Go and grow in the things of God. God bless you.
Amen.